The Dodgers need this to absolutely change if they want to have a chance to win a World Series in 2024. I'm here to tell you what they need to change in this series and then hopefully in the upcoming series, which is hopefully going to be the Dodgers in the World Series. Hey, this is Mike Nelson of Dodgers Digest. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. I want to thank the almost 12% of you, the ones that are watching these videos who've already subscribed. We're getting thousands of you now watch these videos. I want to thank everybody for the support. But 88% of you, if I round up, have not hit that subscribe button yet. Make sure you subscribe. You know, myself, Brad J, we're bringing you everyday Dodger videos. We have a goal of reaching 2,000 subscribers before the end of October. Maybe by Halloween. 2,000 by Halloween. Can you help us out? Make sure to hit the subscribe button to help us out. Tell your Dodger fan friends. Tell your friends just like baseball in general, because we're going to be bringing you content all the way to the end of the season and into the off season as well every single day. You don't want to miss out. Of course, the Dodgers today lose 7-3. Just a difficult loss to say the least. The Dodgers are now tied 1-1 in the series against the Mets. Today could have been what you would call somewhat of a reality check, right? The Dodgers, of course, as we know, have had questionable pitching down the stretch this year with all the unfortunate injuries this team has had to deal with. And today they quite frankly had, of course, Landon Knack was out there, and Landon Knack, quite frankly, was not good. Of course, Landon Knack did not start this game. Ryan Brazier was I guess you would say, the opener who gave up the home run to Lindor in the first inning. But the big moment, of course, for the Dodgers and for this game itself was, of course, Landon Knack giving up that grand slam, right? Gets charged with 5 runs in this game. Just a really, difficult day for Landon Knack, right? Almost felt like a start, but it wasn't, right? Because Landon Knack did come in the second inning. And yeah, this was a rough one, right? But it looked like Landon Knack, just for me, just did not look like a pitcher that's ready to be in the Major League Baseball playoffs, right? I mean, that's the simple truth. Landon Knack is not a pitcher that should be pitching in October. He just doesn't have the experience yet. He is, he may never be October ready, right? But it just seemed like a pitcher that was just not, just was not set up to succeed, really, into this game, right? I mean, it looked bad from the start. And you can't be surprised by it, right? You really can't be surprised, because the Dodgers, as we know, have so many injuries this year. They've had so many pitchers go down, so many, and they're now basically on their last legs when it comes to bringing pitchers out to pitch in their playoff games, right? That's basically where it's at. That's basically where it's at now, and that's, of course, an unfortunate situation, because the Dodgers really, you would hope that they would have more arms ready to go, but they don't. Tyler Glasnow going down, I think, is the biggest injury, and that's the biggest one, I think. If you look at the pitching, well, of course, Ohtani not being able to pitch in 2024 is big, but the Glasnow injury really hurts the Dodgers. Having Glasnow now would really change things, and the pitching just has to change. I mean, the Dodgers want a shot to win the World Series. The pitching cannot be what it was today, right? I mean, the Dodgers sure went 33 innings scoreless. They were 1 inning away from breaking the Major League Baseball playoff record, right? If they would have got 34, they would have broke the 1966 Baltimore Orioles baseball scoreless streak as a team, right? Pitching scoreless streak as a team. But unfortunately, they came 1 inning short. But that's just unfortunate, because it would have been a cool stat definitely to have. They tied the record, but yeah, the pitching was good. It was excellent. It's one of the best in history. But I don't know. It's kind of hard to say, because the Dodgers might have today could be kind of what it actually really is, right? I mean, Landon Knack is, unfortunately, what are you going to do if the Dodgers get to Game 6 and they need another, what are they going to do, right? Is Landon Knack going to be able to be counted on, right? And they can't have bullpen games and win a series all the time, right? Dave Roberts mentioned they're going to have, a couple bullpen games in this series. The next one coming up is probably in Game 4, right? Because, Buehler, I would expect he's going to go next in Game 3. And then, you have a bullpen game in Game 4. And then what? You're going to have Jack Flaherty pitch on Friday on 4 days rest. You just start to run out of arms. I mean, that's unfortunately the situation here with the Dodgers. They just don't have the pitching, quite frankly, the starting pitching. And the only way they're going to get better, the only way they're going to make the World Series is, of course, if the pitching, the bullpen pitching is excellent, right? It's got to be excellent, like it has been, and and the pitching from the beginning has to change. It has to be better. It can't be like this, right? Think about the Dodgers' losses this playoff season have been attributed to bad pitching. Basically, the 3 losses they've had so far in the playoffs. The 2 losses against San Diego had bad pitching early. Today, bad pitching early, another loss. I mean, that's basically been the name of the game. The Dodgers fall in a big hole early. They really have a hard time climbing out, which is, of course, I mean, it's expected. This is the playoffs. I mean, come on. You're going up against good competition. This isn't the Miami Marlins, right? I mean, the Mets, sure, their bullpen isn't great, but it's better than most teams. And they're going to find a way to hold on. I mean, the Dodgers, of course, had their opportunities today offensively, loading up the bases, nobody out, only picking up 2 runs. Kike Hernandez grinding into a big double play with the bases loaded, almost as safe at first by just an inch. Could have been safe. They challenged it. He wasn't safe, but I mean, it was close. But those are the kind of moments that really, of course, ended up kind of setting the tone, right? Ended up kind of deciding this game. And the Dodgers can't have bad pitching at the beginning of the games, which they've been having, unfortunately, down the stretch. I mean, it pains me to say this as a Dodger fan, but the Dodgers have been on this road before, getting bad pitching performances in the first couple innings, first 3 innings, especially the first 3 innings, where they fall in a big hole and they can't get out of it. I mean, they have been on this route before. And, Landon Knack just was not good enough today. He was not good enough. Like I talked about, it looked like a pitcher that was not really, Major League Baseball ready to be pitching in a game like this. And you have to, comment below, what do you think? You think if Landon Knack really looked like he was ready to be out there today, like he was really set up for the moment? He was not set up to succeed today, and that's unfortunate. Now, also, Ohtani is struggling. Today went 0 for 3, walked a couple times, which is not, which is obviously good. But Ohtani has now gone 0 for 19 when there's nobody on base. In the Major League Baseball playoffs, 0 for 19, and that's definitely a concerning stat. He's done great when people are on, but there isn't going to be always people on. He's a leadoff batter. And 0 for 19, that is definitely a concerning stat, to say the least. And you just hope he could turn it around soon, because the Dodgers are going to have Ohtani. I think Ohtani's got to turn it around if they want to have a shot to beat the Mets. He's going to have to start getting hot, just like he got hot down the stretch. So, hopefully, Wednesday, things are better, and we have a lead in the series. It's currently tied. Still, a lot of time, a lot of games to go. Dodgers are not out of this yet. Make sure to subscribe, and let's go Dodgers.